Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. For those of you that are new here, I'm Rebecca, and if you're not new, thank you so much for coming back. Your support seriously means the world to me. So for my second YouTube video, I asked you guys to ask me a bunch of questions on my Instagram for a Q&A, get to know me, both health and non-health related. So let's just get right into it. But before we do, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment any other videos you want to see from me. Okay, so let's just jump right into it, and I'm gonna start with some of the more personal questions just to give you guys a bit of a better idea of who I am. So basics, I'm Rebecca, I'm 22 years old, and I just graduated from the University of Michigan. And one of the questions I got was, what's my major and what my full-time job is? So I graduated with a degree in business administration, so I was in the business school of Michigan, and I'm now working full-time in consulting, so I do have a full-time job. Favorite place to be? Anywhere on the beach. Favorite candy? I don't really love candy. I don't know if that's weird or not, but I'm such more of like a cookie brownie ice cream gal. Favorite fast food? I grew up on chicken fingers and french fries, so they'll always hold a special place in my heart. Am I a summer or winter person? Summer for sure. I cannot stand the winter. And it's also weirdly 75 degrees and sunny in Chicago right now, so that's why I'm outside. Favorite hair and skin products? Love this question. Okay, for hair, I've been using Olaplex lately, like all of their products, and I cannot recommend it more. Like, I think it's saved my hair because I've colored it a lot over the years, and it's just made it so long and thick and healthy. So Olaplex for hair, Moroccan Oil for hair. I love using Moroccan Oil at the end when it's really dry. I also love their Moroccan Oil dry shampoo. And I also use Ouai's heat protectant. I'll write all of them out here. Heat protectant spray or Aveda's heat protectant cream that you put in when it's wet. So definitely use a heat protectant to help protect your hair. Those are all my favorite. For skincare products, the holy grail is rosehip oil. I swear by rosehip oil. It's what I use to moisturize my skin, to do gua sha, all the good stuff. I like the Ordinaries a lot. Also the Inkey List. They're very affordable. Currently I'm also using DERMA-E's products. I like their nighttime cream. It's pretty thick, and their under eye cream. I also do love Cocokind, and they're all really affordable, clean beauty brands that I have used for a while, and all their products are pretty good. Okay, you guys asked me some deep questions, and I love that. It's like my favorite things to talk about. So, first one, what is your dream life? When I picture my dream life, and I think about it a lot because, you know, we manifest stuff over here, I picture myself on the beach, somewhere warm, being surrounded by people I love, whether that's family, friends, whatever, and doing something with my life that feels meaningful and fulfilling, like to the point where I'm making a positive impact on other people's lives. What motivates you to work hard and in life? This is also a great question because I feel like I get the topic of motivation a lot in questions, like people ask me. But I think it's important to remember that motivation is fleeting. Like, you will not always be motivated. I am definitely not always motivated. I have days where I don't want to do anything. But at the end of the day, it doesn't come down to motivation. It comes down to habit and discipline and like who you are. So I've always seen myself through school, work, whatever, as a productive, hardworking person. And once you see yourself as that, that's just what you embody. Like, you don't even second guess anything else. So just change that mindset shift to just being that productive, hardworking, motivating person that you want to be, and just know yourself as that, and you will be it. How to feel confident in your own skin. And this is a super good question, and I think this is something that needs to be talked about more. And if there was one piece of advice I could give you guys to think about, is that there is only one you. Like, seriously, think about it. You are the only you in this whole world, and that it's by itself is so freaking cool and special. You're so unique. You have so much to bring to this world. So why are you trying so hard to be somebody you're not and to force that? Because when you stop resisting that and instead embracing the fact that you are your own unique individual and no one else is like that, like literally there's not another you out there, that's when you start to feel comfortable in your own skin, because you just embrace it and you just own who you are. Am I allergic to gluten, or is it just that you feel better when you don't eat it? Okay, good question. I get this question a lot too. I'm intolerant to gluten, so I kind of just figured it out on my own that after cutting it out, one of my friends recommended that I try doing that because I was feeling so lethargic, so bloated, and just like feel like I couldn't digest anything. My friend recommended I try cutting out gluten because she was gluten-free, and I've never looked back since. Like ever since I cut out gluten, the bloating has subsided a ton. I have way more energy. I don't feel as like moody. I swear it affected my mood even. And it honestly hasn't been that hard. Like I find myself eating more real whole foods, and there's so many good gluten-free options. So for me, it's just not worth it the way I feel. My body can't digest it. I am intolerant, and it's not uncommon nowadays. Like the way gluten and wheat is brought up in this country now with like industrialized farming, it's not great. So it's harsh on the body. I'm sure a lot of people are intolerant to it and maybe just don't even know. So it's helped my digestion a ton. Okay, let's get into some of the more health-related questions. So first question, favorite holistic nutrition books? First one by far, I think, is the Whole Foods Diet. It's so easy to read, very easily to understand too. Super interesting, written by the founders of Whole Foods. Second, I think I really like the Disease Delusion because it talks about, it's a good introduction to like functional medicine. And third, Deeply Holistic's a good intro book to like holistic health too. So I like those three. I have a lot more that I want to read too. When and why did your overall relationship with food begin? Or another question about, I guess, just my health journey in general. So I'll talk about that a little bit. So I've always been really active my whole life. I played soccer when I was a kid. And I never really cared about health because I grew up eating chicken nuggets and french fries from McDonald's, Culver's, like not healthy at all. But around the time in high school, like 16, 17, 18, I started to develop an unhealthy relationship with food, like tracking all my calories, my macros, and it was just really restrictive and not great. And as a result, I think of that and many other things, I started to develop my own health problems. So I was having really bad stomach problems, bloating, and every doctor I went to like couldn't help me. So I think that's what kind of shifted me more towards like the holistic, more natural route of healing and food and herbs and everything in general, because I really started to see that there was a whole other world that was helping my stomach more than conventional medicine. So I started learning more about that, doing my own research, and changed my diet completely to be more focused on my health and healing my gut and focusing on feeling good rather than low cal or low carb or whatever. So that was definitely a journey. It didn't happen overnight, but it's led me to the point today where I want to help you guys and help people realize their own health potential and that they can feel great without restriction. And that's why I'm becoming a holistic nutritionist. So that's a quick little story of my health journey. And I can do another whole dedicated video on that too if you guys are interested. How did I start meditating / doing yoga, and how do you keep up with it? So yoga and meditation, I love. I cannot recommend it enough. I think I started getting into it this past year or two because I found a yoga studio I loved on campus. Shout out Red Yoga in Ann Arbor. If anyone goes to Michigan, go to Red Yoga. I loved and connected with the yoga so much. I connected with all the teachers and what they preached, and it was a smaller, more intimate community at this yoga studio. I actually started working there. So I worked at the front desk and I got free yoga. So I went there every day, did yoga, and I started to fall in love with it when I realized that yoga is more than just a workout. It's literally a lifestyle. It's a mentality. It's so much more. And you just learn so much from doing yoga, that how much power your mind has and how connected the mind and the body are. And that once you focus on breathing and just holding these poses, you'll realize how strong you are mentally too. It just really affects your whole life. Like I'm telling you, yoga changed my life. And meditation kind of went hand in hand in that, because they had free guided meditation classes at the yoga studio too. So I started getting more into meditation, and they really worked perfectly well together, because I would do a 60-minute hot vinyasa class and then a 20-minute guided meditation afterwards. And I felt the best in my whole life doing that. So keeping up with it now has been harder because I haven't been going to a studio, and because of COVID, and I really miss the studio community. But meditation is something I try to still do every single day, just 5-10 minutes in the morning when you first wake up. It really sets the tone for your entire day and has helped a lot with anxiety and overthinking, and just has changed my life. So I cannot recommend yoga and meditation more. And I will say, I was a skeptic of yoga. Like, I remember when I was so stressed out, my parents were like yelling at me to go to yoga. I was like, why would I do that? And then I found a place I really connected with, and it made the world of a difference. How do you eat mostly healthy and you feel you're not restricting yourself? So I think this comes from years of patience and self-love and experience. But I think when you finally get to a point of just being happy with yourself and truly not restricting any food, so like I don't restrict any foods. If I'm craving something, I will honor my craving and I'll just move on. So like I won't be tempted to eat the whole thing, because I know that if I wanted to, I could eat it tomorrow too. Also, what's helped me is to make healthier versions of my favorite foods, so I don't feel as restricted. So I make healthy desserts all the time, and healthy pizzas, healthy pastas, literally anything, I'll healthify it, and then I never feel like I'm being restricted, because I can eat that stuff every day and still feel great. So that's great. Let's see what else. Hi, I really want to build a booty, but I don't have a gym membership. Tips. So I actually haven't even been going to the gym for a long time now because of COVID, and you definitely still can build a booty. My suggestion would be to get bands, like the booty bands. I posted a lot about them on my Instagram. Ankle weights, or just any dumbbell weights if you can. You can order them online, and do a lot of reps. So do high reps of a bunch of different workouts, like squats, lunges, hip thrusts, kickbacks, all that good stuff. Okay, that's gonna conclude today's Q&A video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that I was able to answer most of your guys' questions. So comment what else you want to see from me. Don't forget to subscribe and like as well. I'm about to go out for some sushi and I'm pumped, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.